All right, team. Did we get everything down there? Let me look at the chat here, see what we have here. Grateful to see the grandkids. They look at me with their raised eyebrows, beautiful eyes, and big smiles. Thank you for that, Kimberly. Awesome. Julie, grateful for the small miracles I see every day in the lives of my family and friends. I love it. That's excellent. That's excellent. So, I gave a lot of thought about the message that I wanted to share with you guys today. When I look back at, the years that I've been in a leadership role, I mean, I can't even believe that we're literally a day away from 2021, right? And typically what I find, even from my own experience in the past, you're very excited about the new year and what it could bring and, everything that you want to look forward to accomplishing in the new year. The reality is, though, I mean, I have fallen short in this area, but you kind of look back and you're kind of like, I would have, I could have, I should have, and we tend to fall short, right? And it kind of becomes a repetitious thing, as the years come, that yes, we'll accomplish some goals, but for the most part, for some reason, we don't. And as I've been on this journey as a leader, there's been a common conversation that I've had with agents. And I wanted to make sure that, first of all, we take notes, but I want you to title these notes what I call the 4 laws of breakthrough. Because what we want for all of you, we want you to break through in 2021. Because see, the reality is, for some reason, we think that when the new year hits, things are going to change, but it's not the year that changes you. It's you're the one that has to change. And the reason that I say that is, moving forward, and write this down, 80% of the battle or the journey ahead, it's psychology. I'm going to say that again. 80% of the battle is psychology. 20% is the how. And what I find is that we tend to just right away want to run to, well, the how. No, the reality is, let's pause. We have to address the psychology. We have to strengthen the mind. We have to strengthen the mindset. And I can assure you that everything else starts falling into place. I know we're excited about the new year, right? And I don't know where you find yourself today, okay? But in these conversations that I've had, it's for some reason, there's challenges going on in our life. And yes, I'm not going to sit here and talk about what 2020 has brought. We all know it's been a challenging year. We know that our lives we've had to adjust in a very big way, but yet what we should focus on is that we're here today. There's almost 50 of us, right? When we can be still in bed, sleeping, or not even here, but yet we're here. So we're off to a good start. So, see, the common pattern that I found in these conversations, it's been either I'm not doing well, I feel like I don't know what to do, I'm not having success that I want. And see, sometimes we say that because we're focused on what others are doing instead of us focusing on what we're doing. Some say, I feel confused. Some are honest and say, you know what? I'm afraid. It's the unknown. I'm a little bit worried. I have some doubt. And it's always, Lewis, I don't know what to do. And see, when I'm having these conversations, obviously there's great responsibility being in a leadership role. I always say leadership is not for cowards. But it's something that I take very serious. Because at the end of the day, I've wanted the best for them. As I share this message with all of you, I want the best for you. But at the end of the day, guys, this message, I am now carrying the responsibility because I want you to break through in every aspect of life and every goal that you've set for yourself. So I want you to write down the first law, and that is to accept responsibility. I'll say that again. Number one is to accept responsibility. And see, here's the thing. Sometimes we don't realize this, but we kind of tend to blame others instead of blaming ourselves. Big one right now, fortunately, this virus that's happening. I don't want to focus on it, but as I've been talking to potential agents that are going to be joining the company, it's like they use that as a reason. The government, family, friends, whatever the case might be. But again, we don't realize that we're doing this, but it starts with accepting responsibility. But if you really stop and think about it, right, take a step back and really give it some thought. I give this example, right? Whether you're in shape or not in shape, let me ask you guys a question. Whose fault would that be? Put it in the chat. Some of you know that I've been on a journey to, I want better health. I want to get in shape. That was a decision. Some of you know that I was like literally like over 100 pounds heavier. Whose fault was that? My fault. If you're wealthy or not wealthy, whose fault is that? Whether you're happy or sad, whose fault is that? I see me, myself, and I. Yes, Ellen, there you go. Whether you're succeeding or not succeeding, think about that. Because at the end of the day, guys, whether it's good, whether it's bad, it's 100% on us. It's 100% on you. Our own responsibility, we own it. Yes, Dolores. Excellent. Trust me, guys, I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to literally have nothing, down to like the last pennies with a wife and children. I know what that's like. But I can tell you that at that point, I just remember getting to a point where, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Enough is enough. I have great responsibility. I am responsible for others. Enough. That's where I started realizing that taking responsibility is where it all started. And guys, if you find yourself in that place right now, I challenge you, own it. In whatever area of your life is, own it. And I promise you, moving forward, things will start to change, but you have to own it. Number two, let's write this down, is to be truthful with yourself. Be truthful with you. You have to look at your circumstances and be honest, but be truthful with yourself. I want you to write down this question under be truthful with you. Why are you in this situation? Maybe when it comes to our real estate business, maybe we're not doing enough activities. How's that for a reason? Okay, how about maybe you're not prospecting enough? Or how about this one? I find this happens a lot. You may be prospecting, but you're not saying the right things. You're not asking the right questions. Maybe we're not listening. Maybe we're not given the time to our skills so we can say the right things. Or maybe you are doing the work, maybe you are saying the right things, but maybe deep inside, you're fearful of confronting some scenarios, some situations. And some of us, we're afraid of stepping up and leading. We're all leaders on this call this morning. You're all leaders. Your clients, your family, everyone around you is looking for your leadership. Some of us afraid to do that. Again, guys, I don't know where you're at with it, but be truthful with yourself. Now, on the other end of that, I want you to write down what you need to do right now to help you succeed. What do you need to do right now to help you succeed? So come 2021, which we're literally a day or two away from, what is it that you have to do to start succeeding? And I look back, even one of our own here, right now I'm coming to you guys live from Oxnard, California. I remember he was playing the victim, right? And as soon as he followed just these two steps where he took ownership, he was truthful with himself. Literally, I kid you not, his business probably grew by 3-4 times. Law number 3, you have to decide what you want. You have to decide what you want. And believe me, there is nothing stopping you from getting what you want but yourself. It's you versus you. You're the only thing that's in the way of getting everything that you want in life, and relationships, with your health, spiritually, financially, travel, you name it. You're the only thing that's in the way. So decide what you want in every aspect of your life. I see Max on this call with us. He's from Channel Islands, California, office. Now, remember, it's 2 things that came up during our conversation. I told him, number 1, doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And we have one shot, one life. We might as well make it count, but we have to decide what we want. If you look at the industry that we're in, I say this, as long as you lead from your heart, and be honest and do the right thing for your clients, think about how amazing it is that when you help them accomplish what they want, you get compensated for that. And I really feel like in our industry, if you're honest, you're ethical, right? If you work, if you live by integrity, I mean, why wouldn't you succeed? I want you to think about that for a second. And there's no ceiling and no cap in what we could earn in our industry. You can literally give yourself a raise today if you want it. Everything is like this. I know it's easier said than done, but the reality is I've experienced it myself, and I've seen others literally snap and turn things around like that. So if they did it, trust me, there's nothing different. They did it, we can do it too. Make sense? Can you give me a thumbs up? Excellent. Perfect. Thank you. And last but not least, number 4 is to take massive inspired action. I didn't just say take action, massive inspired action. Under that, I want you to write 60% of your day should be spent on things that are causing you to produce income. Say that again. 60% of your day should be spent on things that are causing you to produce income. Make a commitment to that. Another bullet point under that, I want you to commit to, you need to become a better salesperson. As a matter of fact, I will commit to become a great salesperson. Now I want you to think of this scenario. Picture your rest of your career this way. We're all here together at, I'll be here at 7 a.m. in California, right? I think it's like 7:30. Okay, I know it's 8:30 out in Utah, right? But picture you coming in at this given time every single day. Earlier on, I said, right, we may be prospecting, but we might not be saying the right things or asking the right questions. What happens if you start working on your skills on a daily basis? I find it interesting. We do role play here in California, as I know that it's done in Utah with Rick and Ruby. But if you pay attention to how many people are participating, it's very little. I would love, and I challenge you, I want to see that number go up. Because the more skilled we are, the better listeners we become, and it allows us to better serve our clients. And our clients deserve the best, right? They deserve results. So it's important for us to be true sales professionals, great sales professionals, but I challenge you, work on your skills. Okay? After we work on our skills, picture this. You grab your coffee, you high five, you have the small talk, but right at 9:30, you're on the phones and you're prospecting through 12. And then you go to lunch for 1 hour, not 2 hours, 1 hour, and you read a good book and you feed your mind. Let me ask you guys a question. What do you feel, or what do you think the rest of your career would look like if you did that every single day? I can assure you it'd be quite different. As a matter of fact, I tell you, do that for 7 days and challenge yourself. If you're not, I promise you, see what happens with your business. But it still goes back to, we have to take action. Have to take action. And here's the thing, guys, George can't force you. I cannot force you. John cannot force you. Your manager cannot force you. Your coach, your leader, no one can force you. But it all goes back to this. And I had a conversation with some of my agents here at the office yesterday. If the goal is important, if those that you're responsible for are important, trust me, you're going to take the action. Nothing will stand in your way. And 2021 will be very, very, very different. But the change starts with you. Be the change that you want to see in the world, and be the change that you want to see in those around you. I also want you, get some accountability. Get some accountability around you. Align yourself with like-minded individuals. Accountability is good. It's healthy. We all need to be held accountable. I need to be held accountable. And believe me, I am. By my family and my mentors and my coaches. I want you to write down, allow yourself to be guided. We don't have it all figured out. I remember my coach asking me, Lewis, are you the leader that you want to become? And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not ever going to become that leader until you stick me in a casket. Growth is a never-ending process. Start associating yourself with the best. The information's out there. I remember Kobe Bryant saying he used the world as his library. Everything we seek, it's out there. And he made sure that he reached out to all those that were successful. Within the company, we have amazing professionals, amazing leadership. Reach out. If you ever want to reach out to me, by all means, I am here to help you. So to recap, number one, accept responsibility. Number two, be truthful with yourself. Number three, decide what you want. Number four, take massive inspired actions. Guys, let me tell you, we're going to have to work hard. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy. You're going to have to work hard. But when you have the end in mind and you think of the end result, think about how amazing that could be. And literally, guys, I promise you, you literally can be 90 days away from a massive breakthrough. But it all starts with making a decision today. Do you have to be patient? Yes. Is it okay to be impatient? Absolutely. I always say you got to be impatiently patient. Want it, be hungry, but you got to be patient. It's going to take some time. And then in the end, guys, we're here to help you guys. And I want to close with this that I saw this morning before I get into the closing affirmations. Here. It says this, and write this down. They say we only live once. The reality is, it's wrong, guys. We only die once, but we live every day. I'll repeat that again. I mean, I was even like, wow, it's wrong because we only die once, but it's very important that we live every day. How are we feeling out there? Can you give me some thumbs up just to make sure? I hope I wasn't a little too yes? Okay, good. Excellent. So now let's get into some closing affirmations.